especially trained ears can hear the vibration of your phone or it ringing in the audience during tonight's performance.
And not only us, but the people around you can see your phone make lights. It's very disrupting.
So please, for the sake of the babies, turn off your cell phones!
Just to end the misery. But we about to go home and then she was standing in front of me and said hi.
It's time to go.
Oh, okay.
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go.
What's up? Is you gotta get to the pageant.
Well, let's go.
What are you guys doing? You guys never get to the pageant. Colin, Asano, let's go. It's in 5 minutes. We have to get going. TJ, hurry up. We gotta go kidnap everybody for the Mr. North pageant.
Oh, come on, let's go.
Let's go. What's happening next?
Junior, boys, go out there and come out there and see your girls. You're gonna do the change.
Let's go!
Here we go. Here we go. One more time. Everybody's feeling fine. Here we go now. Yes, here we go. Everything got the love. So head to the beat. We got everything you need. Here we go now. Yes, here we go. Everything got the love. Here we go. Just one more time. Everybody's feeling fine. Here we go now. Here we go. Yeah, if you want to party with us. ABC, BB.
As you guys may or may not know, and may have figured out by the video and the music, our theme for tonight's show is boy band. So we're really hoping that everyone out there has a really good time and you all enjoy what we have in store for you. But before we start the pageant, we'd really like to thank each and every one of you guys for coming out tonight to support Children's Miracle Network and also the North Eugene High School Health Center, because it means so much to the entire Mr. North family.
It's true, having so many people here tonight to support Mr. North really makes all the hard work and stress worth it. And trust me, there's been a lot of stress. But luckily I've had Jackie DuPont with me as my amazing co-head coordinator. Now let's get on with the show, shall we? I'd like to welcome to the stage tonight's MCs, Evan Rivera, beloved health teacher at North, and Ryan Aller, former Mr. North contestant and NICU father.
Look at all these beautiful people out here. This is amazing. So blessed to be here tonight. Thank you.
Being here tonight definitely brings back some great memories from when I was in Mr. North contestant.
Just out of curiosity, how many former Mr. North contestants are out there this evening? Wow. Wow.
There you are. I think it's time that the audience meets our judges for the evening. Will you please hold your applause till the last judge has been announced? Judges, please stand when your name has been called.
Tonight we have Rob Handy, Lane County's own commissioner.
K-12 ELL head administrator, Abby Lane is here.
And next we have Alicia Longoria, our very own 4K resource coordinator, family resource coordinator.
We also have Kathy Brown, our Century Band representative.
And Jack, Hearts and Grams, beloved, wonderful aunt, Arden Reyes-Wolf, a broker at Keller Williams Realty, is here tonight as an honorary judge.
And last but certainly not least, we have 2011 Mr. Axman contestant Aaron Hahn as an honorary judge. Let's give our judges a hand, shall we? As many of you know, on February 5th, tragedy fell upon this community, and more specifically, the folks at South Eugene High School. At this time, we would like to honor Jack Graham and Connor Oslin and the entire Mr. Axman family with a 35 seconds of silence in honor of Connor's basketball jersey number.
Thank you. Well, tonight seems to be a very exciting evening for all of us. We're going to be entertained and certainly enjoy the festivities. But there's something that happens behind the scenes that I don't think everyone gets a chance to see. The late night rehearsals, the chaos that goes behind putting something like this on, the stress, the sleepless nights, the late night texts, phone calls. But unfortunately, we actually have a video here that kind of shows what all 36 of these contestants and girls do to help make this a success. We have our wonderful videographer, Brian Stevenson. Who's done a wonderful job in showcasing a beautiful highlight film for you to give you a little glimpse behind the scenes of making a Mr. North. Brian?
Some really cool footage. You know, really nicer if I was in there.
was complete. I thought I was born. Why do I feel like I'm losing control? I thought that love could feel like it. Can you change my world just how can it be that you're here with me? Connected. It's a miracle. Your love is your soul is like a secret that I never could keep. When I look into your eyes, I know that it's true. God must have spent a little more time on you.
Thank you very much. That was wonderful. It's good thing those boys have their mama's looks. Oof. Nice job, moms. Now we come to the kids in the costume part of the show, one of the cutest parts in the program tonight. Each contestant will be paired up with a young child and they'll escort them out here. Shall we bring them out?
First, we have Nick and Thomas with Garrett as the Mario Brothers crew.
Mario, Bowser's coming.
Next, we'll have Devin and Alex Tiana as Peter Pan, Captain Hook, Tinkerbell, and Wendy.
Here comes Payne and Tobiah, escorted by Jackson, dressed as Mary Poppins, Bert, and the Penguin.
Now let's bring out Tyler and Cody, escorted by Lucas and Cairo, dressed up as Harry Potter, Hermione, Ron, and Dumbledore.
Next we have Jackson and TJ, escorted by Jordan and Yasham as the Sesame Street crew.
Finally, we have Asano and Colin, escorted by Eric and Georgia as Peanut Butter and Jelly.
Let's get one last look at all those costumes, shall we? Can we have all the boys and their kids back on stage for the finale? Mr. North, really wouldn't be possible without all the incredible sponsors that have decided to donate for this charitable cause. We'd like to extend a warm thank you to our title sponsor, Century Bank, for doing an outstanding job and giving us an opportunity for this wonderful privilege. We'd especially like to put our hands together for Century Bank Representative Mike Nyson. We have a little speech prepared on behalf of Century Bank. Century Bank is honored to support the Kids Helping Kids program, benefiting the Children's Miracle Network, and more specifically, the Neonatal Intensive Care Unit at the Sacred Heart Medical Center. It is heartwarming to see how many young students have gotten behind such a noble cause. It is a testament to the values learned at home and at school, and bodes well for our collective future. Century Bank commends North Eugene High School, the advisors, all the parents, grandparents, contestants, and each of the students supporting them. Thank you for being here this evening, and thank you for making a difference. Now let's bring out our next speaker. Welcome to the stage, Alexis Sharps, Director of Children's Miracle Network.
And they see those kids that they're helping. This year it touches home a little bit more for me. I'm pregnant for the first time, and so I think that it just makes it so much more real. These kids, they help families they don't know, that they don't get to meet. They make a difference in people's lives, and knowing that, I mean, you think this is such an exciting time, and you never in your wildest dreams imagine that something's going to go wrong. And I pray every day that to have a safe pregnancy, but seeing these families and knowing that if something goes wrong, that these kids in this program make it possible that we have the help that we need. And that's such a comforting thing to know, especially in our community, which isn't a huge community. We don't have a children's hospital, but we have the care that we need here for our kids. And this program is a huge testament to why we can provide that for our community. So I just want to thank you all. These kids are amazing. They put in so much time. They were working hard up there on that first dance, I could tell. And all these girls up here, you hear screaming, they're so supportive, and they don't get the credit that they deserve. So you ladies are amazing. So very proud of yourselves. And I just hope you have a great time.
Hey, Mr. Rivera.
Ryan?
You know what I'd really like to see right about now?
What?
I'd like to see these Mr. North boys back on stage doing what they do best.
I don't know. We might have to ask the audience. Would you like to see them back on stage? How about we show that we want them back on stage like your hair is on fire? You want to do the honors?
I'd love to. Welcome back to the stage, your Mr. North boys performing If It Isn't Love by New Edition.
see. A lot of energy. You know, I got Alex Compton out for tennis. If he can move half as well on the court as he does out here, we might have a chance. That's a nice job.
Well, I can tell you from experience of being out here on stage is a blast. These boys don't know it yet, but what they're experiencing tonight is going to be one of the best nights of their high school careers. Although in all the fun, it's easy to forget the real reason that we're here.
Yeah, and I think we have a video here of the Cranor family, which is really truly an inspiring Children's Miracle Network family that, well, just to kind of remind us what we're all here for. Shall we? We shall.
When you get what you want, but not what you need.
Well, if you guys aren't sick of hearing me talk yet, this is my family. This is my wife, Esther, first son, Dominic, and this is little baby Dakota. How many of you guys are procrastinators? My son is not. Dakota was due February 12th of this year, and he decided to show up December 10th of last. You want to say something? Can you say hi? Dakota came into this world so early because of a placental abruption, which is something pretty graphic. I suggest you Google it. But he spent the first 3.5 weeks of his life in the neonatal unit. And while he was in there, he... Baby switch, hold on. While he was in the neonatal unit, he struggled with most of the things that most preemies deal with. We found that he had enlarged kidneys. He has a hole in his heart. He struggled with jaundice, apnea. He'd forget to breathe while he was eating. And Dakota decided to pick up some extracurricular issues. He has coloboma in both of his eyes, which is an underdevelopment of the eye. Bear's going to wonder why there's a piece of the microphone missing. So, Dakota was a pretty popular guy when he was in the hospital. He was more fortunate than the Cranor family. Although he was early, he came out at 4 pounds 4 ounces, about twice the weight that she was. He spent his first Christmas and New Year's in the unit and got to come home ahead of schedule. But it is because of supporters like you guys that all these babies are able to do so well. And your donations go so far. I mean, it goes baby after baby after baby. The equipment that they use is just so high-tech that these kids are able to get healthy and go home in a really short period of time. Thank you guys so much for your support.
Thank you, Ryan, for that wonderful story. The baby is beautiful, by the way. Hey, parents, if you could just check to see if your children are with you. Apparently, there's 2 children out here in the hallway that are waiting for you. I don't know babysitting or whatever. I don't know what's going on. Okay. On the count section. Okay. Thank you. But you know, Mr. Rivera, what my baby would really like to see right now? What's that? Is all these boys cooked up for the talent segment of tonight's show. Should we bring out the first act? Yeah, the first contestant that's going to come out tonight is TJ Denn. TJ is headed to OSU to study engineering, but before he does that, he's going to come on stage and sing for you. Here we go, TJ.
can't believe it. Summer, you like to play cool, like that is no deal. But there are babies dying, oh yeah, we gotta keep trying. And I'm in pieces. You can't fix me until the babies get some fixes like a bad dream. Going down, 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 down. And I just hope when I grow up, all these babies will be around. Babies, 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 ooh, like babies, 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 ooh, like babies, 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 ooh. We hope they'll always be ours. Babies, 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 ooh, like babies, 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 ooh, like babies, 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 ooh. We hope they'll always be ours.
When I was 16, I was a baby. And this day at the head of the you got to lose his life. This guy was going crazy. Oh, I was so cool. You can't catch baby. They've seen it all your bugs. Some of their hearts get hot. Instead of time to sit in the bed and I play the playground. But I don't want to see road decent. You know they need you playing. Cause baby's so amazing. There'll be no heart to play. And we'll just keep on saying
Babies, babies, ooh, like babies, 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 ooh. We hope they'll always be ours. Babies, 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 ooh, like babies, 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 ooh, like babies, 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 ooh. Hope they'll always be
I don't know if you guys see the question. I don't know if you can sing that well.
That was incredible.
Special guest appearance by his sister, I think, Annalise. Give it up for Annalise. We were in New York last night, I think, for this occasion.
Who do you have up next, Trev?
Well, I believe we have Devin Laird.
You know, I learned something interesting about Devin Laird today.
What's that?
Did you know he likes to mix cottage cheese with his applesauce?
Oh, healthy eating. That's my man. I'm proud of him.
Just wait till you see his talent. You'll be even more proud.
What's that?
Well, I hear he has a workout video.
Whoa! Well, let's not delay. Let's bring him out.
All right. Okay, everyone, check out Devin's talent.
Lights, please. Thank you.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Special show. That's what I got for you guys tonight, but before we get started, I'm gonna need some volunteers from the crowd.
feel that that's pretty much exactly how I pictured it's going to go.
I don't really have anything to say right now. Should we just move on to the next one?
Yeah, let's do that. I think it's Cody, right?
That's right. All right, everybody, give it up for Cody Ficek.
Hey Cody, what's wrong? I don't know what to do for the talent part of Mr. North. What do you mean? You're talented. You can do a lot of things. Don't touch me! I said don't touch me. Fine. Then what's I gonna do, Mr. North? No, dude, you have to do it. If you don't do it, something's going to be missing. What do you mean missing? There will be just something missing.
Let me show you what you're missing.
You gotta at least try though. Yeah, I guess. We should do something for the ladies. Oh yeah, the ladies. Help with the ladies. What do you mean? For example, what did that girl say about you today? Wait, what are you talking about? Oh wait, now I remember. You're right, we don't need any help with ladies. But that's not important. What are we going to do for Mr. North? Wait, I got it. Let's just dance. Nah. Dancing.
Hey Ryan, rumor has it the ladies love Thomas Cranor.
That's what I hear, but I think we're going to see a different side of him tonight. So, everybody, please welcome to the stage Thomas Cranor with Meg Graff on the piano.
So this is my friend Meg, and her and I are going to play, we're going to play a song for you. It's the Element song. This goes out to all my chemistry buddies and all my fellow nerders out there, so. Here goes nothing. There's antimony, arsenic, aluminum, selenium, and hydrogen, and oxygen, and nitrogen, and rhenium, and nickel, neodymium, neptunium, germanium, and iron, americium, ruthenium, uranium, europium, zirconium, lutetium, vanadium, and lanthanum, and osmium, and acetine, and radium, gold, and protactinium, and indium, and gallium, and iodine, and thorium, and thulium, and thallium. There's yttrium, and terbium, actinium, rubidium, and boron, gadolinium, niobium, iridium, strontium, and silicon, and silver, and samarium, and bismuth, bromine, lithium, beryllium, and barium. There's holmium, and helium, and hafnium, and erbium, and phosphorus, and francium, and fluorine, and terbium, manganese, and mercury, molybdenum, magnesium, dysprosium, and scandium, and cerium, and cesium, and lead, praseodymium, platinum, plutonium, promethium, potassium, polonium, tantalum, magnesium, titanium, tellurium, and cadmium, and calcium, and chromium, and curium. There's sulfur, californium, and fermium, berkelium, and also mendelevium, oxanium, nobelium, argon, krypton, neon, radon, xenon, zinc, and rhodium, and chlorine, carbon, cobalt, copper, tungsten, tin, and sodium.
Well, Ryan, our next talent comes from the mind of Jackson Landgreen.
I know. I was just sitting here reading a little bit about each of the boys. When asked to pick one word to describe himself, I'm sorry. Do you know what Jackson picked?
What?
Sexy.
Seriously?
Kid's got an ego, I guess.
Yes, he does. We'll have to see how that talent plays out.
Well, now I'm a little worried. But nonetheless, let's have a round of applause for Jackson Landgreen.
Oh, let's get this started.
What we are going to do is we are going to watch a little of Country Joe because I think you'll find that he's a pretty interesting guy. And this is a very famous song. Well, come on, I'll be a big storm man.
Hey, big boy,
Have you ever seen a movie, The Men That Stare at Goats? Yeah. Julie, alright? Yeah.
And I can tell you, that was supposed to be the day in the life of Jackson's brain. And the students get, 4 minutes to do the skit, so that was actually what he told me. That was actually 3 minutes and 55 seconds longer than I thought it would be. So that was now we get to witness the amazing talents and give it up for Alex Compton.
There's many things you may or may not know about Alex Compton. First of all, when it comes to football, Alex is really good at tackling big sweaty men. When it comes to swimming, Alex has these weird webbed feet. He makes him swim really fast like a frog. If your dog has a problem, Alex is your man. He is the best dog whisperer in town. And if he stays at your house, you'll know the toilet seat will get put down. He's also really good at helping his teachers stay in shape, helping them out with their yoga and stuff like that. The one talent he's finally decided to share with you guys, Alex Compton is a wonderful Nancy Sinatra impersonator.
You've got something for me. Something you call love, but confess. You've been messing where you shouldn't have been messing. Now someone else is getting all your best. These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you. You keep lying when you ought to be truthing. And you keep losing when you ought to not bet. You keep saving when you ought to be changing. Now the bride is bright, you ain't been right yet. Boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. And one of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you. You keep playing where you shouldn't be playing. And you keep thinking that you'll never get burned. Ha! I just found it
Are you ready, Boots? Start walking.
It's going to be Clarke, and he's going to be singing and dancing to Shania Twain's Man, I Feel Like a Woman. Honey, can you cover the voice line?
Well, when I first saw that commercial, my mom was next to me, she turns to me and says, Tyler, that's gonna be you. Well, let's start doing it in front of all of you. So I urge you all sing along with me. Let's go, girls.
Anyway, are we ready for some Asano? He's irresistible, I'll tell you what, he's like a little teddy bear.
That's true, I saw him backstage, I just want to...
Well, he's had a real creative idea with his talent. He's actually created a reenactment of all his favorite YouTube videos. So, get your hands together for Asano.
Asano Aiken, you have been chosen.
I want a double cheeseburger and hold the lettuce. Don't be funny, son. No C's, nothing but to be up in this drive. Order for two. I got a thing for it, number down like my shoes. Need some chicken up in here. Ain't this drizzle? Rizzle, my nizzle. Extra salt on that frizzle. I can peck on my brother. Another for your mother. Double, super size. And don't forget the fry.
And the best female music video goes to Taylor Swift. Let's give it up for her.
Thank you so much. I always dreamed of winning.
I'm really happy for you, but I'm gonna let you finish. But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time. Of all time.
There's a lot of amazing things you can say about Alex Payne.
Well, first of all,
he's amazing.
He's incredibly sexy.
And it says right here, he's a debating fool, a 3-time participant at Nationals. He's state semifinalist in impromptu and extemporaneous speaking. And tonight, he's written a speech for all of us about giving. So let's give it up for Alex Payne.
Far too often, history has judged the strength of a society on the might of its military, rather than the compassion of its people. We frequently neglect the passive scientific civilizations, and instead shine glory upon the strong militaristic empires. Indeed, judging by how societies are remembered, historical doctrine gives no incentive for leaders to encourage public and private funds to alleviate the downtrodden and assist the vulnerable. Fortunately, the United States of America stands as a mighty exception to this historical trend. We have the most powerful military the world has ever known, and one of the most generous people in human history. Our government is often constructively retroactive in its goals to eradicate poverty, but is unmatched by the Herculean effort exemplified in our private sector. Last year alone, our friends and neighbors gave roughly $300 billion in private charitable donations. Your presence today and your support throughout the last 5 months represents a continuation of America's exceptional altruism. The tens of thousands of dollars that we have raised will buy life-saving equipment and nourishment to babies in their weeks of need as they desperately cling to a life that has just been endowed to them. They are fighting a harrowing struggle, and with our help, will live to see better days. Because of continuing advancements in medicine, science, and technology, the children that we are saving today will be given a unique opportunity for tomorrow. The breathtaking speed of the 21st century will put them in a position to pioneer new industries, spearhead new developments in humanitarianism, and cure terrible diseases. With a remarkable future dawning, we must not let the next Einstein or Borlaug slip through the cracks. In an age of unparalleled possibility, every single child is precious. However, we must remember that before they achieve the pinnacles of greatness, they must be given an opportunity to reach their first birthday. So despite our incredible achievements, the work is not yet done. We are not through making the world a better place. When you walk out of this auditorium and the 36 of us end this fantastic chapter in our lives, we must remember that it is our continuing responsibility as members of a free and wealthy society to assist the multitude of people that lack what we often forget to appreciate. While we should be unquestionably proud of our achievements in assisting the needy, we must not rest until we can be assured that the solvable issues that devastate people today become the problems of the past. So please, untold thousands are counting on you to make a profound difference not only today, but in the many days to come. Thank you.
Do you mind doing that in English?
Okay, so there's a lot of problems in the world, and generally speaking, people don't do a whole lot to solve them. But here in the United States, we freaking rock at giving money to the needy, to the people that need it. And so while we've done a lot, and while we've done a lot here today, we need to keep pushing. One of these babies that we're saving might cure cancer, or might do something that's so incredible that we can't even conceptualize it yet. So we can't let them go. We need to keep giving and giving until every single child is given the opportunity to live, no matter how early they're born. Is that good?
Wow, that was deep. All right. What can I say about Colin Mender? He's tall, he's blonde, he's a stallion. Let's bring him out here.
Life is a beautiful thing. The simple joy of sharing milk and cookies can make anyone happy. The sad thing is, you can't always have milk and cookies. There are tough times in life which people must overcome. The struggles in life make you stronger. People battle through life every day. They battle a snooze button in the morning. They battle cancer. Some people blow off steam and get their battles with pillows. Someone takes it too far to get their battles with their fists. Some people dance battle. In the future, people will get into lightsaber battles. Sometimes in the toughest of battles, people need a hero to save them. Children's Miracle Network provides an opportunity for anyone to be a hero. As of 2011, Children's Medical Network has raised $4.3 billion, most of which is donated $1 or $2 at a time by heroes like yourself. Now, I want you all to meet the people that have inspired me to be a hero.
Great job, Colin. Up next, we have the amazing Tobiah Meinzen, who will be attending Valparaiso University next fall. But before he leaves, he'd like to play a little piano piece for you. Give it up for Tobiah.
My script, I was afraid to go might have aided it. Tonight, for my talent, I would like to share with you a secret. This secret is so big, it could change every future Miss North pageant ever. You want to hear the secret? Yeah! This is the secret to a winning talent. In a couple of hours, you'll go home, you'll get on your pajamas, you'll brush your teeth, better keep them clean. And then you'll roll into bed. Obviously, you'll think about all the amazing talents you saw, the great dancing, funny questions, amazing costumes. But as you fall asleep and start counting sheep, you'll think of one talent in particular. Actually, you'll dream about that talent. And that'll be the winning talent. And I'm going to share that talent with you. It's a lullaby. Here. Oh, there's no piano music. Actually, there's not even a front on that piano. I guess when you can't really pay teachers, you can't have fronts on your pianos. Too bad. That's not piano music either, because sound of car engine is not music to my ears. But, here it is. I keep it in my hat because it's sort of easier to memorize when it's close to the head. Let me share it with you.
That was fantastic.
Now last but surely not least, we have Nick Davis. Next year, Nick will be attending Western Oregon University to study criminal justice.
And Nick Davis is going to put together and show you his own version of the evolution of dance. Give it up for Nick Davis!
time and effort these boys put into putting on tonight's show. I know that just yesterday, they ran through the entire show 4 times. Not to mention that, but they've been having dance practice at least twice a week since November. But all the dance practices and all this time spent together, you know, the guys have really had a chance to come together, get to know each other really well, and really mesh together as a family. So, it was not, I'm sorry. So let's have a look at the product of all the hard work once again. You can't have a boy band themed show without some Backstreet Boys jams. So tonight for you guys, we have an entire mix dedicated to just that. Let's bring out the Mr. North boys one more time to dance for us.
Running high.
Nice job, Devin. Nice job. Well, this portion of the program, the contestants are going to come out to the audience. It's called Dash for Cash. They'll have 2 minutes. We want to make sure you try to show your appreciation for all the hard work. Remember the cause? Don't forget how important this is. Do the best you can. When I say go, ready, go.
Thank you guys for all your donations. We would like to take a 10-minute intermission. There will be water and Mr. North bracelets for sale outside during this time.
This portion of the program consists of a special someone. Each of the North contestants have meticulously written out a letter of someone influential in their lives, and they're going to read that tonight on stage with that special someone. So the first one up is TJ Den and his mother, Elizabeth.
It's hard to know how to even start this letter. To try to tell you how much you mean to me and how thankful I am for everything that you've done for me, and something as small as a letter is more than possible. I just want to let you know that I love you so much more than words can say. And I know that no matter what happens, no matter what choices I make, no matter what mistakes I make, that you will always be there for me and always support me and forgive me when needed. I just can't even describe to you how much your love and direction has led and guided me through so many things in my life and has made me to the young man I am today. Your incredible intellect and spiritual wisdom has helped me to overcome anything that is thrown my way. Pray that God blesses you in every way possible, and further that I may be counted worthy and not for God to bless me with someone even close to as amazing as you. I also pray that God will grow me to have as much kindness, compassion, faith, and love as you have and showed others around you. Thank you so much for showing me the love of Christ and raising me up to follow him with my own heart through my own choices. Thank you for always being there for me. There is simply no way to tell you how much I love you, how much I love you. It is a debt I will never be able to repay, and that in no way do I deserve. Thank you so much for showing me compassion when I deserve none. I love you, Mom. You mean the world to me. And I love you.
Next up, we have Devin Laird and his mom, Patty.
Dear Mom, so many things come to mind when I think of you that it's hard to know where to begin and impossible to put into words. So let's just start by saying I love you. I may not always show it, and I hardly ever say it, but I really do love you, and I always will. You spent the last almost 18 years of your life shaping me into the young man I am and proud to be, and I thank you for that. You have enlisted in me all the wonderful qualities that I love about you. Your nice friendly nature that everyone knows about you, your giving personality, your heart and drive, your open mind, and your love for everyone around you, so much that you put them before yourself. You do so much for me and will always drop whatever you're doing to help me, no matter how stupid it is. You've always been there when I needed you, and I know you always will be till the day that you die. I know you always say that you'll be happy when I move out, but deep down inside, I know that you miss me. And I'll miss you too. A lot. Who's going to be there to make my meals for me, for me like you've done some 5 trillion times. And who's going to be there to do my laundry and clean up after me like I'm still 3 years old? It's going to be extremely tough without you. But if there's one thing that you have taught best in me, that is to always be tough. To push through it, never give up, and certainly not be a quitter. But you've also tried to turn me into a tough man emotionally too. I remember that story. I remember that story that you always tell me when I hit my head on the table really hard, and you purposely ignored me crying so I wouldn't turn into a little baby. Well, let's face it, by this point I'm probably crying like a little baby. That's okay, because I know you'll be there to comfort me like you always are. I inspire to be just like you when I grow up, and I hope I can raise my children with half the amount of blood you have raised Drew and me. I don't know how you became such a wonderful person, but I am most certainly proud to call you my mom. You single-handedly sculpted me into the person I am. However, I'm still not half the amazing individual you are, and I probably never will be. All I can say is thank you. You are my hero. I love you, Mom.
Next up, we have Cody Ficek and his father, Dale.
Dear Dad, I want to start off by saying I love you. I don't say it enough, but I need to. You might not know it, but I look up to you. You're my hero and always will be. No matter what the problem is you're always there next to me. I want to grow up to be just like you. I don't know anyone that has given up so much for his 3 kids. Most dads would have by, but you're really nothing like them. You would do anything for us in life, and now it's my turn to pay you back. I want to make sure you're proud of me in every choice I make. I want to show you that you've raised us right, and I hope you're proud of the things I do in life. You get mad at me because I do something wrong. I get mad at you for yelling at me, but I'll always love you. I want to make sure you're happy in life and make sure you get the things that you gave up for my brothers and I, and we were little. When it's time for me to graduate and walk across that stage, I hope you'll be proud to know that I'm your son. Thanks for being there when I need you in life. Love always, your son, Cody.
Next up, we have Thomas Cranor and his mom, Tina.
Dear Mommy, April Fool's Day 1993 was a magical day. I don't know if everyone in here knows this, but I'm a triplet. That means you had 18 pounds of babies in you. By the time of the end of your 3rd trimester. That deserves an award all by itself. Last Friday, Tessa Truman and I all turned 18. When I'm in my room playing video games in my underwear, I still think I'm 13. And it's scary to realize I'll be moving out in 4 months. Who's going to remind me to eat and drink and go to the bathroom when I'm playing Call of Duty all day? Watching you struggle to understand the sports I'm playing is adorable and I'm going to miss it. The amount of money and moral support you've put into me in the past 18 years can't be put into words or even numbers. And even though it's made you live your life around me and my sports, you're still nothing but excited and proud of me, and I can't even tell you how much that means. I tell myself I play sports for me, but I play for you, and I play for Dad. I don't care if I win districts or if I go to state. I don't care if I go to nationals. Scholarships mean nothing. I don't care what colleges or coaches think of me. I care what you and Dad think of me. I've messed up and I've been in my share of trouble. You've gotten so many of those phone calls and I'm sorry. What means the most is how you always know I'm telling the truth, and you take my side. Which do. You and Dad are perfect together, and I've learned everything I know from you. I know you're going to be together forever, and it gives me hope. Hope that I'm going to find the perfect girl for me, and I'm going to spoil her the same way Dad spoils you. And we're going to raise our kids the same way you raised all 5 of us, because I'm proud of who I am. And I know the only way I got here is because of you. But you're not done with me yet. You got 4 more months. I love you, Mom. And I love you, Dad. My 2 favorite people in the world. Your youngest, Thomas Cranor.
Next up, we have Jackson Landgreen and his mother, Susan.
Dear Mom, thank you very much. Now let's break down the word thank you. T is for thoughtful. H is for helping, A is for amazing, N is for never giving up on me, and K is for kick butt. But, unlike the word thank, you remains as a whole. You are the one that's always been there from the beginning. You have cared for me, fed me, and always taken care of my boo-boos. You never left my side when I needed a friend, but at the same time, you never left my side when I didn't want to do homework, didn't want to clean my room, or called you a boo-boo face when I didn't want to do something. You drove me to practices and games, and luckily you kept it cool when Dad started yelling at the refs and went nuts and got kicked out. And at least I always had there to watch me finish my game. You helped me dress for school and for dances, always making sure that I look good for the ladies. But the truth is, you're the only one that I'm trying to impress. I'm going to miss you guys a lot next year, even if I am in the same town. So that means no more breakfast in bed, no more crawling in bed with you guys to eat ice cream, even though I'm 18 years old. No more having laundry done for me and folded, which means I have to do it all by myself next year. Kinda sucks. But I haven't even made the crowning achievement, putting up with me for 18 years. Everyone that knows me knows that I'm crazy and very much a handful. So I thought it was fitting to get a little trophy for you. I just wanted you to know forever and always that you're the world's best mom. So once again, thank you, I love you, and Dad didn't pay me again. So once we get backstage, maybe $20?
Now we have Alex Compton and his mom, Connie.
Dear Mom, I want to thank you for everything that you've done for me throughout my life. I know that it was hard waking me up at 5 in the morning every day to take me to school. Thank you for always driving me to my sporting events, from soccer to football to basketball and to t-ball over the years, and always remembering to bring my Gatorade so that I was forgetful. I believe that you and Dad raised me to be a very successful young man, and I'm very thankful for what both you have done for me. I love that I can call you at any time when I'm sick or anything else, and you would rush to school and bring me medicine or even go buy it because you love me. I wish that I would do more of my chores, like vacuuming or washing the dishes, but you don't yell at me and try to bring me down. You go get Scott to go do it. miss me, and I hope you know how much I'm going to miss you. I promise that wherever I go, no matter if it's up in Gonzaga and Spokane, or if I even stay here at the U of O, I promise I'll always come visit you, always. I could not ask for a better mom, and I always love you.
Next up, Tyler Clarke and his mother, Tasha.
You were one of the best moms that I've ever had. We both know that you do so much for me, even though I seem to not really appreciate it. But Mom, I always will appreciate you. I appreciate you staying with me as I was in the incubator as a baby, and staying with me when I had to go back to the hospital after Billis. I remember going to Disneyland with you and my dad. I remember you reading me, I love you forever, I love you for always. As long as I'm letting my baby hold me. I remember being a little kid and living on Grandma's after you and my dad split. But ever since then, you have been one of my best friends. I remember living with you and Reagan and shopping with you too. And picking up stuff like, does my butt look good in these? I remember listening to Shania Twain and singing Man, I Feel Like a Woman with you. Then Reagan moved out, you had Bud, a new family, a happy family, and one that I'm proud of. I remember playing with race cars with Ian and Charles at Bud's old house before I moved in. I remember falling in love with golf after my first chip in while playing with you and Bud. Also, all the great memories of fishing, racing, mini putt-putt, and searching for animals in Montana. Those trips will always have a special place in my heart. I even remember you reading Harry Potter to me before I went to bed, and then finishing by singing the anthems to get excited for Are You? But Mom, even when you were in Europe, you had Bud bring me a present to show you were still there in spirit. And when our dog Dobie ran away, you were there for me. You were there through my breakups, helped me get over them, at least you tried. And even now that my dad has left for Hawaii, you are still here for me when I need you the most, I probably need you. And you were there. You were there for me when I broke my leg, you and Bud running out of the field to help me. And even after surgery, helping me when I needed it. Made sure I didn't re-injure. You have always been there for me, and I'm sorry I haven't always put my appreciation enough. Mom, you have been my golf coach, my soccer coach, my basketball coach. You have been one of the greatest mothers. What else could I ask for? I always remember every time we had with each other, but nothing comes close to the love we have for each other. Even though I haven't decided whether I'm going to OSU or Oregon, but wherever I go, I will always know where I came from, how I got there, and how much love we have for each other. But if I decide to become pro in golf and travel far away, or work for Nike and stay in the Northwest, I will always remember the times we have and how much love me and how much you love me and have helped me get to where I am. Because I love you forever. I love you for always.
for as long as I'm living with my mom, Eugene.
Asano Aiken and his mom, Julie.
I would tell you everything that I'm thankful for and everything that I love about you. But then I would be up here all day. Mom, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for making delicious dinner every night. Thank you for being there all the time. Thank you for taking care of me when I'm sick. Thank you for putting up with all my stupid moments. Thank you for disciplining me as a kid. Knowing that you left the islands alone and had no one to help you go through school or to help you find somewhere to stay, and have no one to rely on is just amazing to me. Facing all the racism and all the name calling just makes me so thankful that I have such a strong woman as my mother. I know it must have been hard carrying someone like me. And it still must be hard to take care of me, but I really appreciate everything you do. Through my life, I will do all I can to repay you for what you have done for me, but I know there is no possible way that I will be able to do that because there's nothing I can't do. You're an amazing woman who deserves respect from everyone. I hope that one day I will be half as good of a parent as you. I'm probably not going to be leaving home anytime soon. But when I do, I know I'm going to miss you so much. I couldn't write down anything else, but that's just because words can't describe how much I love you. For all the times you sang me to sleep, here's a short little song for you. TJ Jackson. Roses are red, violets are blue. Sugar is sweet, but not as sweet as you.
Next up is Alex Payne and his mother, Sherry.
I'm not going to try and grapple with our 18 years in this egregiously small letter. To cover the impact, the memories, and the experiences you've given me will require a much longer time frame. One that will be most likely spread out over many years at Grandma's house, involving a variety of different bottled liquid substances. Considering that none of that can be appropriately provided here, I'm going to do my best to recap what's gone down since we've known each other. It's just like forever. There are a variety of different areas you've shaped and fostered the most, and I'm happy with all of them. But most of all, I thank you for the academic success that I'm enjoying. Because of you, I've wanted to go to college since I was in elementary school, and next year I'll be going to a wonderful one in the Honors College at the U of O. Because of the constant presence of Tim Russert, Bill Maher, and Tom Broke on our TV, I've been endowed with a curiosity for the world that has led to all my accomplishments that I've experienced in debate. You've always said that you were smarter than me, and that's probably still true. But because of the habits that you've taught me, I think I'm closing the gap. Since I really can't issue recommendations for my remaining few months at home, I have a list of things I love about you so you can continue them with Maggie when she gets older. Mom, I love how I've been betting on and skipping school for the NCAA tournament since I was 8 years old. I love all the Nebraska games that we've gone to, bought on pay-per-view, and listened to on the radio. I love how relaxed you were when I never went out and did anything, and how relaxed you are now that I'm generally not home. I love your food. I love your vulgarity and your general non-ladylike behavior. To do whatever will make me happy, from your running shoes to shoo-shoo. I love how when I was in elementary school, you let me carry your coffee in the morning to you when you woke up at a nickel a day, even though I was the worst barista anybody could ever have. I appreciate how every time we went to a hotel, we always ordered room service in a movie. I love your desire to know where I am and what I'm doing because it shows you care. I love that upon learning that information, you were pretty much cool with any non-illegal activity I happened to do. I love how you've let me live a highly independent and autonomous life. I love how you always stayed up late when I came home to make sure I was safe. I love that we have our own hole in the ozone layer from when we used to take drives in the country. I love that we order the best expensive seafood at the coast and come home to $1.25 frozen pizzas that taste just as good. I love how we always went to the movie theaters and spent an egregious amount on popcorn and soda. I think we used egregious twice, sorry. I love our family's affinity for bacon, gravy, and other meat products. I love your blatant disregard for the movie rating system. I love how I love how you always made the holidays special. I love how you've worked to keep me in touch with family back home. I love how you talked to me about money in college since I was 7. I love the constant supply of rice and beans and macaroni and cheese in our pantry. I love all the books you read to me when I was little, and I love all the times you allowed me to read to you when I was little. I love your ability to power through your upperclassmen years at the University of Iowa, even though you had me as a baby. I love the vacations we took to St. Louis and Chicago when I was in elementary school, and you let me be the car navigator. And I love that we've watched every single season of Survivor together. But most of all, I appreciate how hard you work. I've tried to think of the times where you've been unemployed, and throughout my whole life, that tally stands at 3 months. This is despite moving over a dozen times. You've always had a job, you've always worked. It seemingly never occurred to you that you should take a bunch of time off to relax or do something else. You've always kept working, even though you were a single mom making $7 an hour, even though you lived in a completely different state and had to take a temporary job just to add a little extra, and even when you had me, Maggie, and a sometimes 60-hour work week. You've never complained, you've never been mad or moody, you've just kept doing it because that's what needed to be done. Of all the things that you've done for me, this heroic effort is the one that I found most profound. Thank you, Mom. I love you, and I promise that I'll visit often and call often next year. We've still got more wonderful food to eat, more basketball to bet on, and more Nebraska football to free cover.
Now we have Colin Mender and his mom, Isabel.
Mother dearest, thank you for everything you've ever done for me, especially giving birth. 5 months of bed rest sounds tough. I know however many times you make me do the dishes or ask me to fold my laundry, I will never get close to repaying you. You've been there for me my entire life, like the night in the 4th grade when I hadn't started my 3D model for Captain Underpants book report, which was due the next day. I knew I could count on you to help me finish the project. You and Dad coming to all my sporting events really meant a lot to me. No matter the outcome or how nasty the weather got, I know I could count on a hug from my 2 biggest fans. You planted the seed of adventure in my brain when you brought the family to Mexico, playing with local kids, hitchhiking through the Yucatan Peninsula, sleeping in hammocks on the beach. What more could a 4-year-old want than maybe a piggyback ride from a friendly gorilla? Also, letting Dad take me on rafting trips that we would come back discussing the details we weren't going to tell you, only so I could go back for round 2. You taught me the most important thing in my life, how to feed myself. Teaching me how to fry up some bacon and eggs while cooking a bagel was the nicest thing anyone's ever done for me. I love breakfast and I love you, Mom. I appreciate you filling my belly with healthy and delicious food every day, allowing me to grow up big and strong. Yet I can only dream to be as strong as you are someday. Working 7 days a week, raising 3 children, catering to each specific need and dream, surviving a battle against breast cancer, watching your daughter hospitalized with pneumonia, fighting for her life each and every day, or with each and every breath, while you and Dad sat by her side day and night for 3 weeks to be sure she was never left alone. How amazing could you get? Life is so fragile. You gotta keep on showing up and keep on living all the fun and wild times. But those times fly when you're having fun, so enjoy life. You only get one. Mom, I'm not sure where I'm going to be the rest of my life, but I know wherever I am, or however old I get, I'll always be your little buddy. Love, your favorite son, Colin.
Next, we have Tobiah Meinzen and his father, Timothy.
I could say that you're the most helpful, manly, kind, caring, responsible, erudite, wise, cool father ever, but I think we'll save this instead. I want and hope to model my life after yours. After I moved past wanting to be an engineer, untrained that is, I decided that being a teacher was the best job out there. I definitely don't think it's coincidence that you teach high school. I stayed with that idea of becoming a teacher for quite a while, until I realized how much work it is. So I decided to go back to engineering, but not trained engineering, real engineering. Though for some reason, engineering doesn't seem to be a less intensive or grueling job than teaching. Possibly, I don't know. I'll have to see on that one. So even if I don't become a teacher, I still want to join the Peace Corps like you did. Because you did. It changed your life. I hope it'll change me too. I find in school that teachers know a lot about the world. Sometimes what they know is pretty shocking, but I think I've wised up a bit and found out that you know all this shocking stuff too. But you often understand the deeper implications of events, the subtleties of politics and relations. That impresses me, your ability to see beyond the black and white of situations. I also happen to suffer the same ailments you do, lack of sleep, overcommitting oneself, saying yes to people. I kind of doubt that that's just genetics or coincidence. I incredibly admire you and try and do the same things you do. I'm not much of a writer, so this letter so far hasn't been incredibly eloquent. But the point I'm getting at is hopefully much better shown through my actions over the last 18-ish years and my desires for the future than my words. For a long time, I wanted your job. I want your life-changing experience in the Peace Corps. Your same involvement, even if it does lead to lack of sleep. Also, in a few months, or maybe next year, I'll be going off to your alma mater. Not because it is your alma mater, but because it's a school I know I'll love. Papa, when I move out, I want you to know that you have been the biggest positive influence in my life. And my life has been a very swell one so far. And my future, as Mr. Ball put it once, is so bright that you'll have to put on some sunglasses. I don't know if they'll fit, but there are at least some sunglasses. There we go. Got it. And Mom, I know you're out there, I don't know exactly where you are. And I know you didn't want to come up on stage, and that's the reason you aren't up on stage. And Tom, I know you'll probably not be in these shoes in 4 years, but that doesn't matter. I love you both. I'm going to be the last to admit it, but I know the transition to college or wherever I am next year isn't going to be easy, as I'm looking forward to and thinking about. I'll miss you a lot, and I really don't want to admit it, but I'm sure it's true. The family meals together, the newspaper out with you, Mom, when I'm awake, that is. Wrestling with you, Thomas, especially because it'll be getting harder and harder to pin you to the living room carpet in years to come as you continue growing and I stop growing. Lastly, Bob, As I think over the last couple of years, filled with a lot of craziness, too many extracurricular activities, and a whole lot of fun, there have been two super bright spots. That was last summer, our trip to California, and then the Martin Ridge hike we went up on, the Holden. Those have honestly been the best two parts of the last 2 years. And you were center stage in both of them, as you are now. And as I almost said in the beginning, you are the most helpful, manly, kind, caring, responsible, erudite, wise, and cool father ever. I love you. Mom and Tom, I love you too, and I'll miss you.
Finally, we have Nick Davis and his mom, Shannon.
Mom, first of all, I want to say that writing this letter has honestly been the hardest thing I've ever done. Because there are so many great things about you. I don't know where to start. I'd much rather be cleaning my room right now, but hey. I guess I'd like to start by saying that you were the best mom ever. And I don't tell it to too many people. You've been by my side for 18 whole years. And that's a long time. And I'm sure there are plenty of moments when you were either mad at me, embarrassed by something I've done, shocked by the things I did, but you were still there for me the whole time. I'm sure we'll both never forget all the hospital trips we had due to my broken bones. Sorry about that, but hey, good thing for medical insurance, right? Or how about when I got braces for the second time? Again, sorry about that. I promise I'll wear my retainer. Most importantly, I want to thank you and Dad for supporting me lately. I know that I had a rough patch at the beginning of the year, and it put unwanted stress and strain into our family. You and Dad were by my side throughout the whole situation, no matter what the outcome was. Clearly we have been through a lot, and you have taught me many things along the way, like how to cook, which I appreciate very much. And you and Dad have taught me to be the man I am today. I really don't know how to thank you and Dad enough. You guys are truly amazing people, and I look up to you both in every way. I truly admire the Love You Two show, and how you guys always make everyone feel welcome. I also want to thank you to go to my sporting events, rain or shine, no matter how good I was or how bad I was. I always knew that I'd see my #1 fans in the stands cheering me on, which helped me out a lot. Thank you for helping me with my homework and projects, and thank you for giving me spent money. And if you said no, thank you, Dad. You guys have supported me in every way possible, and I am blessed to have such a good family. I can't wait to have my own family. Actually, I can. But when I do have my own family, I can't wait to teach my kids what you've taught me, because I couldn't have picked any better role models to live my life like. I will never forget you singing Miss Congeniality to me. Although I say I didn't like it, I must admit that I did, and even though my cheeks would turn as red as these curtains, it still brings a smile to my face whenever I think about it. I want to thank you for always letting me have my friends over and eating all the food. I know the food bill is already expensive for just me, but hey, I'm a growing boy. And you still provided for my friends whenever they were over. I know college is soon, but don't worry. I'll be home quite often to do my laundry and have a nice home-cooked meal. Oh, and to see you and Dad, of course. College seemed very scary to me at first, but I know I'll be very successful because of the tools you and Dad provided me with. I really can't imagine being away from home, but I know we will talk every day, whether it's a call to say goodnight or just to ramble about my college life. But one thing's for sure, I'll always be your little boy, and you'll always be my big mom, regardless of our height difference. Mom, you're more than a mother to me. You're my best friend. You're my hero, and more importantly, you are the one that will always be there whenever I need anything. I love you, Mom. Thank you for everything you've done for me.
Mr. North contestants out with their special someone for one last round of applause and a big hug.
Boys, now if you could take your special someones backstage. We will begin our Q&A segment.
If we could have the senior girls come up for the interview segment of this program. The senior girls are going to ask the contestants two questions. One is a comical, lighthearted question, and the other is a little bit more serious. The boys have not heard the questions, and so we're going to listen to their responses.
Good luck, guys.
Okay, so TJ, if you can take any one item from Mr. North with you after we graduate, what would it be and why?
I would have to say the crown. And why is because it's a crown.
What famous person do you feel your personality most resembles?
That's a good one. I'd have to say Justin Bieber. Because he's just absolutely amazing.
Thank you for that.
Hey Devin, what is your definition of success?
Well, success can mean different things to different people. I feel like success can only be seen in your own eyes, what you want to do with your life, what you want to become. So, yeah.
If you were stranded on a desert island, which two Mr. North boys would you choose to be stranded with and why?
I'm gonna have to go with Jackson. He's hours of fun. Just making fun of him. And Asano Aiken, so I can have a snuggle buddy.
Cody, imagine money is not an object. Paint us a picture of the perfect proposal for your future wife.
I have to paint a picture. I can shade a picture. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to go with example A, Jackson Landgreen. He's beautiful. Gosh, I really don't know how to answer this one. Hey. Diamonds, I guess. Give him a bunch of diamonds. I don't know.
If you were on Jersey Shore, what would your nickname be and why?
Probably the flirt, because every girl I see, I probably have to say something good about them.
Thomas, tell us something you've always wanted to say but never really had the courage to.
I chew my own toenails.
If you could write a fortune for a fortune cookie, what would it be?
I think this overlaps with Cody's and that's kind of a good idea on how I might want to propose someday. Sneak out the fortune and put, "Will you marry me?" on my own and sneak it back in.
Jackson, tell us about your biggest accomplishment to date.
I like being alive. I've made it 18 years, and I'm going to try to keep going on that.
If you could be a member of a boy band for one day, what boy band member would you be and why?
Probably Justin Timberlake. No, because he brought sexy back.
Great. So what advice would you offer to a future Mr. North contestant?
Well, I would say that take dance practice seriously. Try to have as much fun as you can, and it flies by really fast, so make it count.
If you could spend the day with any one celebrity, dead or alive, who would you pick and why?
I'd have to go with Will Ferrell. Because I've been told I look a lot like him. And me and him could practice our elf impersonations together.
What is the most valuable thing you will take with you after Mr. North is over?
All the fun I've had with these guys. I mean, even when I broke my leg and I couldn't do dance practice, these guys were there helping me, made sure I understood what I had, or what I understood what was going on and everything. And just everything. They're awesome.
If you were to fall victim to a ninja invasion at this very moment, how would you defend yourself against the attack?
I'm going to impersonate this one. Possum.
If there's one thing you could do to change the world, what would it be?
Gas prices?
What Lady Gaga song do you feel best represents your life and why?
Poker face, yeah. Because I got a good poker face.
Payne, who has been the most influential person in your life and why?
I'm gonna have to say my grandpa, because I didn't have a father growing up. My dad was in Arizona, so it was pretty much my mom, and I spent a lot of time with my grandpa because he was the only male figure in my life. And actually, when I was a kid, I would tear my books just to go back to his house because he would fix them for me. So I'd intentionally tear them and say, "Papa, fix it." But he just taught me how to work hard. Like, any hard work that I ever do is because of him, and just try and be a good person.
If you could be on the cover of any magazine, what magazine would it be and why?
What I would be on is The Economist. But what I really want to be on is the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue.
All right, Colin. Looking back on your high school career, what has been your biggest regret?
Disrespecting Mr. Cuts, because that led to me losing my car. And that sucks.
If you had to choose a Mr. North boy to marry your future daughter, who would it be and why?
Not Alex Payne. Definitely Tobiah. He's the smartest kid I know, and he's really respectful and nice, and he's good looking.
What quality do you like the most about yourself and why?
Hard work? Yeah, I'd have to go with hard work. It's been a lot. We've spent a lot of time up here, and it really pays off. To get far in life, got to use hard work, and I've always appreciated mine, but I think it's hard work.
If you could have any one feature from another contestant, what would it be?
Any one feature from another contestant. Thomas, I want your body.
Tell us about your favorite memory from your experience with Mr. North.
Can I say two? One of them was probably the dance practice where none of us were listening to Christine. Sorry about that, but it was really funny. But I definitely have to say tonight, because this is when we can look back and reflect on the 5 months of hard work that we put in.
If you could choose to live in any movie, which movie would it be and why?
I would have to say Transformers. Because Megan Fox is in it. But two, they've got some really sweet cars. Yeah.
Now we're going to say some thank yous.
So we want to start with thanking all pro DJs for donating their services to our Mr. North dance last week.
We want to thank Tio Pepe's, Cold Stone, and Drama Juice for sponsoring some fundraisers.
Of course, we want to say a big thank you to Century Bank for being our title sponsor.
We want to say thank you to Mr. Formal for providing these extremely nice tuxes you see the boys in. Huge thank you to Cheryl Storms. Unfortunately, she's not actually here tonight, but she managed all our finances, and without her, we'd be so lost and so broke. So thank you, Cheryl. We want to say thank you to Ann Irwin for being a great assistance throughout this whole Mr. North process and kind of answering any question we had. We want to say thank you to Johan Schneider, Nancy Cox, Sherry Morris, Dave Morris, Tim Yoakum, Beto Montes, Salvador Barajas, and Ann Irwin for chaperoning our Mr. North dance. We want to say thank you to Nancy Cox and Sherry for all the help that they have given us, even though both of their boys have graduated, and a special thanks to Sherry for dinner last night, because it was delicious.
We want to say thank you to Claire Wiles and John Lawless for helping us sort out a recent fiasco.
We want to say thank you to June Bagwell for all of her hard work and letting the boys stay here really late at night and for helping us keep this auditorium very clean.
We want to thank the Mr. Wolverine team for participating in our Mr. North versus Mr. Wolverine dodgeball game after their pageant had already happened. So that was really cool, guys.
We want to say thank you to Rob Handy, Abby Lane, Alicia Longoria, Kathy Brown, Arden Rice-Wolf, and Aaron Hahn for being judges tonight.
Thank you, Ryan Aller and Edmund Rivera, for being our MCs this evening, because you guys have done a fantastic job.
Thank you to the Mr. North family and friends for all their support, because none of this would have been possible without them.
Also, thank you to the North students and staff and the North administrative staff, because couldn't have done it without any of you guys either. So this whole pageant coming together really is all on all you guys.
Thank you to Thomas Hiura, Michael Bells, Michael Anderson, and Kelsey Devlis for doing the sounds, light, videos, staying here with us for 13 hours yesterday to make sure it's perfect. They really put this whole thing together.
And we want to thank you for being so patient with us in our 4 run-throughs yesterday when we were screwing everything up. We appreciate the civility you showed us, and it's been a lot of fun. Thank you.
Thomas, I love you a lot, like a lot. Okay, next thank you is to Ray Vargas, our audio remix producer. So all those awesome mixes that you guys have heard tonight, he made all those, and that's really great.
Brian Stevenson, our videographer, for taking all the videos and coming to pretty much all of our dance practices when he probably could have been doing something else, and just for putting a great video together.
We want to thank the junior girls backstage, because I know it's probably been a really stressful evening for them. I found them earlier, and they looked like they were on the brink of tears because they couldn't find 4 roses. And so we just want to thank them all for their really, really hard work and for making sure the show went off without a hitch, because I know how it feels to be in those shoes. It doesn't feel good.
We want to thank all the senior girls for all their hard work throughout this process and being there to help the boys one-on-one and making sure each one of them reaches their goal. So they've really helpful throughout it.
This is like last night all over again. Okay, we want to thank Belle Murray. Where are you? Hi, Belle. We want to thank Belle for turning these incredibly awkward boys into dancers. Without her, yeah, still awkward, but also now dancers. So thank you, Belle.
We would like it, yeah. We would like it if Christine Barajas and Katie Cox would come up here real quick, please.
Okay, so I just wanted to personally say thank you to both of them because they have been through the thick and thin with us, and it has been crazy. Although I haven't known Katie that long, she's an amazing person, and she's done a lot for us. And I've known Christine since 4th grade, and she's definitely a great, amazing person. And I just want to personally say thank you for all your guys' work. They're our advisors, by the way. We never said that. But we love them a lot. So also thank you to anyone we may have forgotten. Super special thank you to anyone we may have forgotten. Okay, so Anna and I, for the last couple weeks, have been talking about something special to do for these boys, because we both love them a lot, and we feel really attached to all of them, and basically all we could come up with was food, and that's really lame. So, okay, so we wanted to do something a little more thoughtful. So we came up with a little something that we love about each of you.
First off, we want to start off with Cody. Thank you for always making us feel pretty. You always had some sort of compliment for both of us.
Even when it was creepy. We want to thank TJ for being the most pleasant, friendly, kind, awesome kid ever. I'm so glad that you joined Mr. North because getting to know you has been so much fun, and I know that I probably never would have spent as much time with you as I have if you hadn't been on Mr. North, and that's really awesome. So we love you, TJ.
Tobiah. We want to thank you for being the most extremely easy person to work with in the world. You always got things done on time, unlike the 11 other boys you're sitting with. And no matter what we asked you to do, you were like, okay, I'll do it. Like when we asked you for the tech crew's name, you said, give me 48 seconds and I'll have that for you. You're amazing.
48 seconds is like record time. Yeah. Colin Mender time is like 40 days. So 48 seconds is cool. Okay, Alex Payne. Alex Payne is the hidden gem of Mr. North. He's not right up front, and he's not just in your face, but when you find him, he is fun to watch. So, I hope all of you found him tonight, for your own sake. We want to thank you just for being comic relief when everything got crazy. We want to thank you for your hip thrusting. Thank you for your extreme comfort with just being so incredibly feminine. Like, you rock those heels like no other day, dude. And you're Alex Payne, and that's enough said.
Compton. We want to thank you for being a huge goob, because it sounds better than that, okay? But because you always made dance practices fun, you made everything really fun, and you always made it okay for us to all act like little kids and not be serious 100% of the time.
Tyler. We want to thank you for constantly giving us a run for our money. Always has something to say. And also we want to thank you for being just ridiculously hardworking, even on a broken leg. So thank you so much for that, Tyler.
Asano. We want to thank you for being a complete teddy bear. You are by far the sweetest guy out there, and I've never met anyone who doesn't like you. So continue to be you.
Colin Mender. I just want to look at you for a second, like shoot lasers out of my eyes at you. But we want to thank you for improving our patience, because you helped us build that skill real well. You're probably the most difficult person I've ever worked with in my life. But I love you a lot. And also, I've told you this, I don't know how many times, but I want to thank you again in front of everybody just for proving everyone wrong, because you really stepped up, and you don't even understand how much I appreciate that.
Thomas. We want to thank you first for always speaking your mind, especially at dance practice when you were too close to the edge, apparently. But it has really, truly been amazing to get to know you. You are an amazing person, and Thomas, you attend.
Devin Laird. I just want to thank I really want to thank you for being such an amazing, where are you? Hi. I want to thank you for being such an amazing friend, always, just every day. You're definitely one of my best friends, and I know that Anna feels the same way, and yeah, I couldn't even tell you how much we love you. So I want to thank you just for being the amazing guy that you are.
Nick. Okay. We want to say thank you for always striving to be your best, and no matter what you do. I want to thank you. I want to thank you for being an amazing boyfriend, but also an amazing best friend. Because even though you're my Mr. Northboy, you're also all three of those combined, and I wouldn't want anyone else to be my Mr. Northboy.
So that leaves Jackson. Jackson, I want to thank you just for being there. Is that there and there and there and there because you're psychotic. I should this is like two opposite emotions mixed in one body right now, and I'm not handling it very well. But I just want to thank you for being there, because over the past 5 months, you've always been there for a hug if I needed it, or to let me vent, even when I was venting over stupid things, just the stupidest things. And you let me take my frustration out on you, regardless of whether or not you deserve it. That deserves an award, because sometimes I'm not very nice. I want to thank you because I don't really know very many people who can make me laugh to the point of tears the way you can. And just being someone to talk to and someone to trust. And there are a couple, it's been hard having you as my Mr. Northboy. Really hard. Because I think we both kind of hit some rough patches, but I think that if you hadn't been my Mr. Northboy, we wouldn't be as close as we are, and I would never want to give that friendship back for anything. So thank you, and I love you a lot. Now we're supposed to give the mic to Nick and Jackson. Okay.
All right. Ready for this, Jackson? Okay. All right. We're going to go individually, but we'd just like to say, on behalf of all of Mr. Northboys, we want to give a special thank you to all the senior coordinators. You guys have done an amazing job. And Jackson wanted to warn you that the rose stems have thorns, so be careful. He wasn't right there, apparently. And while he's passing those out, I'm going to start a special thank you. I have two. The first one's to Anna. She was a co-head coordinator with Jackie, and I know putting up with me alone was kind of a struggle. But you also kept the other 11 guys in line, and you did a really good job of making sure things got turned in. Even if they weren't on time, they were turned in. And you guys did a very good job of organizing all this. The next person I want to thank is Belle. She helped teach me and everyone else to dance, and that's awesome. But she also helped me teach. She also taught me how to dance for my talent, and I really appreciate that. It's my turn, Jackie. Jackie, thank you for your venting. It was a lot of fun. Half the time. I know you put a lot of work in, being one of the head coordinators, and I know, even though this is from me, all the guys want to thank you for everything that you've done, and I will get you some Starburst later on, because I know you love them. And basically all I can really say is thank you very, very much for what you've done for me and for the rest of the guys. And I would also like to say, for everybody who cannot see them, all the juniors in the back, all of us love you very, very much. And I hope you guys have a very, very fun time next year, because it's a lot more fun for you guys to actually watch it than have to run around and scream at us backstage. So we love all of you, and we'll hope that you guys have fun next year.
Okay, it's improvised time, because this whole thing was designed to give time. We have the envelope. Okay. All right, so we're gonna welcome back Rivera and Ryan.
All right. This is the time you guys have all been waiting for. I hold in my hand the piece of paper that will name Mr. North 2011.
And before we announce that, why don't we get last year's 2010 Mr. North, Aaron Bernard, to come up so he can crown this year's Mr. North. Aaron Bernard, ladies and gentlemen.
Love you, Thomas.
Do we have the crown? Is there?
Aaron, where'd you put it?
So Rivera, what are you doing this weekend?
I'm just gonna stand up or something. There's one guy moving.
Well, we gotta run it. Now Pisca, don't we? Are you competing?
Yes.
We'll take it. Just Can any of you guys do a backflip? Can any of you guys do a backflip? Thomas can do a 720. That's pretty awesome if you guys want to see. You can do it, Thomas. That will not count for extra bonus points because I already have the winner right here. There it is.
So audience, if we could get a little drum roll.
And the winner of Mr. North 2011 is Alex Payne.
But this is kind of ridiculous. I legitimately did not expect it. I was thinking it was going to be one of the taller men that dance better than me and dance less awkwardly, because I'm sure every single one of you have seen something inappropriate that I've done tonight. I would like to thank my senior girl, Taylor. Because of her, I raised $800 in 2 weeks, specifically because I was worried about letting her down because her ultimate goal was to beat people, and ended up beating a lot of people on top of raising a bunch of money, so that was pretty sweet. Every single one of you that bought a ticket for me today, I love you all. Thank you. And then this one is really personal. I'd like to thank Tobiah Meinzen. Just because everything I've done the past year involving debate is because of this man. because he's the best debate partner in the state of Oregon, and we're going for a state championship this year. And also my mom, my stepdad, my sister, and Laura, because I love them all.
All right, now we can have all the Mr. North boys head backstage to get ready for their final performance. Just so you guys know, since November, the Mr. North team has raised over $20,000 for the children's men's. All these guys, the young ladies in the front row and the young ladies backstage, have all demonstrated such incredible selflessness that we owe all of them a huge round of applause. And of course, none of this would be possible without the help of our community, and you guys all owe yourselves a huge round of applause. So now we will conclude Mr. North with one final performance. Welcome to the stage, for one last time, your Mr. North boys.
On behalf of Asano and myself, we want to thank you very much for coming out tonight. Please drive home safely. Go North.